Okay.
You guys have left the Burgomeister's house. You have 1 hour before Izek and his troops are going to assault the Wachter house.
Do
what
we
would you
really
guys like
tell
to do?
her, or
I think that the jig is up if they show up and like take the skull. Like that's connected to us. I think we need to figure out a way to make her think that this is according to our plan. I think if we show up all excited and tell her...
We probably shouldn't be talking about... We should walk while we're talking.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm expecting that we're walking and talking and...
We're walking.
No,
I'm just walking, walking around.
Genlin moved back.
Walking around.
Yeah, I think we tell her that this is a part of our plan, but we need to figure out what the fake alternate plan is first, so that I don't talk like an idiot in front of her.
So we thought getting the guard out of town would be the head guard out of town would be best, because it'd be easier without backup from more of the town.
We could say we're planning an ambush.
Yeah, and
of sorts.
And we told the Burgomaster about the skull, and that it might make make the festival better, and then he came up with some plan that he needs to move it. And we're gonna ambush and kill the rest of the guards out in the woods. The only thing I can see about this backfiring, is that they offer to be there to help with the ambush, or some other vampires or whatever. And this all really does go down that way.
That's true. That's true.
So my thought is we don't tell them, because she then has to deal with that. We still have to leave town to go get the book. So we won't be in town when she finds out. But if she does, we could just be like, we were trying to kill the guard, and it didn't work.
My concern is not the Wachters. Not gonna lie. My concern is the second that our contract seems broken.
It's not broken till day 5.
No, but that's some pretty good evidence that we're not going to complete it. We're not endeavoring to complete it. It's all about allegiance as well. That's my only concern as the person with the blood on the contract.
That's fair. That's fair.
So, I do see your concern with them wanting to join in. Definitely possible.
Definitely. I think very possible, actually.
I think then what you need to do is convince them to not join in. Convince them convince them that after we have killed the guards, that we will bring him to them, and they can make a show of it in town instead of the festival. A show of killing the Burgomaster.
Well, we don't know that they want to kill the Burgomaster, but yeah, I see what you mean. Like, we'll make it.
No, they want to kill him.
we cannot assume, but I think that the idea of a big, grand transition to the new Burgomaster is probably a good sell. I also think, worst comes to worst, I can pitch a allegiance kind of oath need to do this on my own to show my allegiance to Strahd.
Do you want to go in there alone? Will this seem better if you're alone, that we're maybe
preparing for the ambush?
Yeah.
For reference, you guys aren't here. Just like
we're still walking.
So we can change it to be just Xandra if that's how the plan's going to go.
Split the party! The three of us are the worst.
Agree with that statement.
Will that make it more convincing?
I'm okay with this. even if it's not, you're not actually gonna be far. And I don't know what she's capable of, but it might be fine.
Okay.
So the real question is, what do I tell her we told them? Do I tell her we said that she is in allegiance with Strahd?
No. I think you just say...
Because that's probably what they're gonna say. They're gonna accuse her of.
Well, so here's what you say. I
feel like that's a safe accusation that most people would make to a lot of people they don't like.
What I think most people would be like, if you need an excuse to arrest you, they're going to use Strahd. So I think you say that we only told or tried to convince the burgomaster that he needs the skull for his festival, and that they're going to come and try and take it. And you're going to use excuses to take the skull. And if they come and be like, you're in cahoots with Strahd, you'll be like, that's the excuse that they're going to use.
Okay. All right.
Right? So then we didn't say, that means all we were doing was being innocent about it for the fact that we were just trying to get him to leave the guard to leave the town. Because he wants to put the skull back to make the light happen.
I don't think we should tell her that.
Why? I mean, she probably knows that the skull was the thing that made the light happen.
I don't think she does, because Strahd didn't seem to know much about the skull.
No, Strahd does know where the skull went.
Yeah, he doesn't know what it does.
Oh, no,
he knows what it...
He definitely does.
But he doesn't know that the book is there.
Okay. All right, that's fine. Sure. Okay, so we were doing recon into the burgomaster and Izek for our plan.
Yep.
We
found out about another festival.
Found out about yet another obnoxious festival he had planned, and the skull came up in conversation, and he has decided now that it must be part of this next festival. Yeah,
because he saw it come in. Like, no one didn't see it come in.
Yeah, because he saw it come in. And as such, he has taken it upon himself to come make accusations of her.
Yeah.
To take the skull to be part of the festival.
Yeah.
But we have decided to use this as an opportunity for an ambush.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Norden L, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the goddamn table. It's a pleasure to have you.
Okay! I guess I'm doing this.
Yeah, are you going in alone?
Yeah, she is.
I think I am. I'm gonna go knock on the door.
You knock on the door of the Wachter house, and one of their maids answers and says, "Are you here to see Lady Wachter?"
In my best, hurried, panicked, excited voice, I'm gonna say, "Yes, I'm here to see the Lady Wachter, please, as quickly as possible."
Can you give me a deception check, please?
No, probably not. I'm really terrible at those. Okay, not so bad.
Not bad.
The maid walks away, and after a few moments...
Why am I deceiving? I'm all by myself. I'm not good. Just don't lie. Tell half-truths.
You have a better bonus to it.
Xandra,
I don't know.
Come inside.
0. I don't have time to come inside. I can't be seen. Oh, and she's gone. Okay. Guess I'm following her. Okay.
Don't you find that the nights are getting colder?
I do. Yes. I have some very important news for you.
Yes?
Later tonight, Izek and a number of guards, and perhaps the burgomaster himself, are going to come here to take the skull that is in your barn. They saw it come into town, and when we went to speak with him to find out more about what we were going to do to instate you, he decided of his own crazy volition that this skull should be a part of his next festival. And so he plans to take it to Argenvostholt. And so we decided that
she puts a hand
this
up.
would be the...
She puts a hand up. This is wonderful. I can contact Strahd, and he can kill them on the road.
Yeah.
We thought you might say that. We think it will be best if it is done in a more grand fashion for you in particular to be able to take over as the Burgomeister. My compatriots are already forming an ambush. We have this under control, and it really is very important to us and our relationship with Strahd that we are able to do this for him ourselves.
I'm so nervous I want to throw up.
Me too.
What relationship, my dear?
We have pledged our allegiance to him through a blood contract.
And that is why you've angered him so? With Tatiana?
We knew not what we were doing. Dead truth.
Dead truth.
Yeah.
Honestly, tell your compatriots to call it off. I think an uprising where they just vanish on the road, the skull of Argenvostholt sinking in the mud, being forgotten, buried somewhere else, is a much better story than a violent coup held by the Wachter house.
Fuck, she has an amazing point.
I can take over the city slowly. I can mourn the loss of our beloved Burgomeister. And I can make this city mine through this. Tonight, your contract will be fulfilled.
I think you're muted. We didn't
No, I didn't say anything. I just didn't say anything loud enough to pick it up on the microphone. I'm just thinking very carefully.
Told ya.
You weren't wrong.
I wasn't wrong.
In all fairness, your guys' argument was very good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nothing. Any side. Nothing we've said is gone wrong except the bit that's gone wrong. But
our intentions are good. Everything that's happening around us is bad.
Every damn time.
She mutters something quietly, and after a few moments,
Strahd shows up.
I know what I'm gonna say.
A group of masked men walk in the room.
Yeah. No,
Excellent.
thank you.
They gather around, and she. What are you doing in here?
Who's that?
She says, "There has been a change of pace. We do not need to worry about having any blood on our hands. Strahd will enjoy the chance he has to help, And then Velaki will be his.
Lady Voctor, may I make one small suggestion?
You may.
I think what would really put an excellent climax on your story for the death of our beloved Burgomaster and your rise into superior reign would be the reinstatement of the skull at Argynvost. So perhaps the return caravan from this particular adventure, they will be in good spirits. They will not expect an attack of any kind. It perhaps will not even be difficult. And you will have the pleasure of being the Burgomaster who seemingly gets to reign during such a bright future.
You know, you've made a very excellent point. When you started talking, I was expecting myself to say, if you want the skull, you can drain it from the ruins of Berez. But that is an interesting point. I'm going to leave it up to Strahd.
That's fair.
That seems fair. He is wise and...
Stop.
Yeah, you can stop, dear. We know where your allegiance truly lies. You may go.
Okay. Thank you for your time. Nice to meet you, nice masked man.
Oh, fuck.
I'm gonna go find my friends.
Mike, we can't hear you.
Mike. Something about fuck.
I gotta admit, though, I was so ready for her to just say, but that was a really good point.
That was, yeah.
That was a really good point.
I assume we made a meeting location somewhere.
See, like, the problem is because when Accipiter and Cypher got back, the torch was not lit.
Oh.
But now,
so we're already locked in, like, a time structure.
Oh, no. Okay, well,
But there might be something I can do with it. Like, it might be able to be dropped off at Argynvost, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to think on it for a bit.
Like,
Sure,
it may have to be
it.
us who place the skull in order for it to work.
Yeah. It might be something like that, right?
That's fine.
Because
honestly,
maybe that was such a good improv point, right?
I didn't really think it was gonna work in the first place, but I liked the concept.
The thing is, like, you actually convinced her, right? Like, and it might it's just not lit by Thursday night.
Okay, if it doesn't work, I want an inspiration point for it.
No, you know what? You get an inspiration no matter what, because that was inspired. Worst case scenario, if it's not an Argynvost, you just have to go to Berez.
There you go.
At least we'll know where it is either way.
No.
Yeah.
And, we saved Irina/Tatiana, so it's fine. The city can go to shit.
Which means if this contract ends, we might be dead.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the other bit that I'm just hoping is that the contract lasts long enough.
I think it's over tonight. I think it's done.
Well, at least by talking to Lady Voctor, we've made it so that it's not
Us who do
over.
it.
It's not over when they show up at her house and take the skull. That was my fear. Like,
that's fair.
That was going to be the end.
Xandra, you catch up with the group. I imagine you're going to pass on what happened.
Yeah, I'm gonna as best like adventure storyteller as I can of the gory details of all of the shit that happened and the drama and the suspense and my heroic, brilliant idea that she kind of accepted and may or may not work, and the scary masked men.
And I'm gonna be like,
by the way, like, do they just look like
Lucius Malfoy?
It's very demonic style masks and black cloaks.
Oh, good. She had these worship fellows.
Just hanging out at her house.
Yeah.
Maybe you interrupted a feast.
A meeting?
Yeah.
I'm gonna... Galen's gonna be like, I think I said that...
You, Genlin.
Yeah.
You
don't...
were...
We did nothing wrong.
Now's not the time for I told you so.
Can I be completely real? That was probably the cleanest way for this to happen. Like,
yeah, I agree.
We don't have to get our hands dirty at all.
Than anything I have ever expected.
Yeah, like, it's super clean. The only problem is now the fuse has been lit, and the Strahd total control of Barovia has begun to, like, really sink in.
It's so true. We've now started something that can't be undone.
Okay, so still speaking within the group. We don't tell Incipiter if we ever see him again any of this.
No. Or at least, like, as little about these as possible.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna need details about what we do tell him. Because... if we get to see that fucking Dragonborn again, I don't know that I'm responsible for how emotionally broken up I'm gonna be.
I guess I mean, it all depends on, I guess, how much he knows. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
He's a smart person.
Yeah, I mean, I don't...
If they make it back before we succeed at anything, they're gonna know about it.
Yeah.
People are talking about those 3 vampires still.
Yeah, but we're not attached to that. Are we?
That doesn't mean that they're not gonna assume the worst. I don't know if you've noticed, but there are 3 of us.
I think Incipiter is too good to assume the worst in us.
I'd like to think so.
I don't know. We didn't leave on the best of terms.
We did beat him up before we left.
He did ask for it.
He did ask for it.
All I want is
and
to
not in like a mean way.
All I want is to decide how we're going to go about this. If we have to talk to our other 2 friends again. How do we explain the best intentions on the road to hell?
Hey, you guys lived and got out of the castle. You're welcome.
I think like we've always said. I mean, that sometimes the best, the right choice isn't the best one. And he always wants to make the right choice, even if it's not the best.
Everything that we have done has been able, in order to further our goal of defeating Strahd. Every
100%.
single thing is paving...
Except one.
Except one.
Hey, there's one thing.
Now
but
you're
like,
all thinking of a different thing? That's the question.
Okay, so like 98% of what we've done has been to set up our final push. And he just has to accept that. being the stubborn man that he is.
Yeah.
I think, and there have been many times along this journey that I have not wanted to tell Accipiter for fear of judgment and concern of his opinions and how he will be able to manage this and how he would react.
Thank you. Yes.
But I honestly think that we have to tell him basically the whole story.
Oh, thank goodness I didn't want to be the one who said it. Yes, I agree. Oh, man.
And I think we have to do it framed with
regret,
a certain amount of remorse in hindsight and knowledge of the cascading that happened.
I mean, because the cascading would be worse without some of our decisions.
Look, if we had never split from Accipiter, if we had never decided to go parlay with Strahd himself, if we had simply decided to die at many points, there would have been different outcomes. But that is the way life is. And I think we can only tell our story.
And hope he doesn't hate us.
And hope that he sees that we are still mostly good people.
I mean, I think I'm still the same amount of good person I was before.
Yeah, I still feel pretty neutral about this whole thing.
Yeah. I don't think even with Accipiter here, I don't think Genlin would have made any different choices.
I don't disagree with you. That's why I don't think we should lie to him. I don't see any reason to. I think it will create more problems. It's like how you said we shouldn't lie to, what's the innkeeper's name? It's not at the top of my head.
Innkeeper.
Erwin?
Oh.
Erwin!
I mean,
yeah, that didn't turn out very well.
At that point, I thought we had we had good intentions, but
I was the one who said we should tell him everything. That was me.
I mean, we all agreed.
I mean, after an argument, but yes.
I still wasn't really on board at any point.
Genlin was always on board.
Genlin was down for it.
Genlin was down for it. It was
It was me. Yeah, I didn't want to do it. And I know that did not turn out favorably, but I think it would have turned out worse.
Yeah, I agree.
Having done it, having experienced it, having lived a number of days since then.
Well, like 24 hours, but who's counting?
Was that really only a day ago? No, that was 2 days ago.
Like a day and a half, 2 days ago, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
One is a number, if nothing else.
So from everything you just said, the skull is probably not going to make it to Argynvoisold.
There is a small chance it will make it there.
So
and I think
so we should
if nothing else, we will be safe traveling with the skull.
About that.
No. I don't think we would.
I also don't plan on coming if you do, because I need to leave here as soon as I can tomorrow.
So, here's my thought.
Okay, yep.
Wherever the skull ends up, it's going to be there tonight, and it's going to be there tomorrow.
Yep.
Do we camp out tonight? See what has played out. Yeah. See what is played out overnight. Hope that Strahd isn't just going to show up and just murder us for Tatiana. And then Tiny, if he would like to, go on his way for the dress. And we can go and try and see if we can find the skull. Because it's not like we're going to have to report back to the Burgomaster because we know what the outcome is.
Can I make a small suggestion?
Yes, please.
If we want to get on one timeline, you guys shouldn't travel far from Vallaki.
Okay.
That's fair as well. Maybe we shouldn't travel there. Something is keeping me here,
yeah,
though.
because otherwise, I mean, you guys can, but we'll still be in split groups for the foreseeable future then.
But so my counterpoint to my own argument was going to be, but the two of us will not be able to move the skull wherever it ends up.
Yes, this is my concern overall.
Yeah.
We will. That was why initially I wanted to travel with the group.
Yeah.
In the sense that if it does happen to make it there, we would be there to do it. But I understand.
Feel like if it makes it there, Strahd's going to do the attack at Argynvost then. That means it's probably not going to make it onto the pedestal, and then we are not going to be able to get the book because he will notice us getting the fucking book.
You make a very good point. You make a very, very good point.
And if it's convenient for him, that's when the contract ends, and then he just decides to kill us with all of them out there at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely. I see your points.
So we camp out.
I think
we see what happens tomorrow.
I think our time is better spent here.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Excuse me.
And ultimately, eventually, we need to get in touch with Rictavio, hopefully, if we still live in the morning. And
yeah, Rictavio. I mean, we could find Rictavio tomorrow. That could be part of our goal. Maybe not first thing in the morning. Maybe like in the evening time.
Evening, afternoon sounds good. Yeah.
I don't know what we're gonna do for the morning.
Well, maybe.
But I mean,
such a bad idea to accompany Tiny.
At least there?
Yeah, like
I'm not going back up to the Abbey. I'm not going back up to that Abbey.
I'm thinking to the city. I'm worried about the wrath of Strahd if there's just so much going on.
We don't have any walking to get back to the city, though. Tiny.
Don't worry, I can get back in, but only me.
So then we can't even get in the city.
Anyways.
I mean, I think don't
tonight we sleep and we regroup tomorrow.
Okay.
I think that is fair.
Alright, it's the morning of Thursday. What's the plan?
How early is it? Can I go pick up the dress?
They can open at 6 a.m. for you.
What time are we at?
6 a.m. if you want.
Yeah, just whenever you want to wake up. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Walking around town, is there any news of any good or bad?
No, just some people. They honestly, if the Burgomeister's missing, they won't know for a few days.
Yeah,
that's true.
So Tiny's just gonna say, "Come if you want to." I'm going to go and get the dress.
I'll go with Tiny to get the dress.
Yeah, I'm not.
I want to see this dress.
It
cost like 50 gold. Must be a pretty dress.
And it also had to be made in a night, so.
Yeah.
It is a gorgeous white wedding dress.
Gorgeous.
Amazing. So pretty. It's gonna look really pretty on that flesh golem girl.
Tiny, you're going out to Krezik?
Yes.
What are the other two doing?
Oh, wait, it was another night. Can I go pick up my sword yet? I might be able to. Hang on. Counting days. I can pick up my sword today!
Yeah, you can.
That's what I'm doing.
Silvered sword. I guess I have to come to that now.
Yeah, that just happens. We don't need to roleplay or do anything for that. Just pay your money.
How much was it?
I might have to go back and, like, watch that VOD, because I don't remember.
I think it was
like,
it
was
like
70
more gold.
No,
Yeah,
it was
it's
less
still-
than that. It was under 100.
Do you remember, Justin?
No, I don't remember.
I think it was like 75 or 80 or something. I'll go back and figure it out.
I'll remove 80 for now, and then we'll go from there.
Well, I mean, I was gonna pay it, but it doesn't matter. You're rich as fuck now. So.
I thought you didn't. I thought you didn't have platinum, or do you have platinum?
As a
I got
party,
100
we're rich
platinum.
as fuck.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, we're fine. Like let's not. We have to get Nathan to Krezk and then back so we can.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I will take it out of my.
Cool, you have the sword. Let's go.
Yeah.
Should we go? Are we going? So are we going with you to at least to the outskirts of Krezk?
That is entirely up to you.
I mean, you guys
Yeah,
will all be able to enter Krezk again together.
We will.
Sorry?
Because Nathan has access. You guys gonna do.
Okay,
anything
I wasn't
bad.
sure if it was just me, because I'm the only one semi in good graces.
Yeah,
We
but the
just
abbot
can't
has
go
no
up to the
sway over
abbey.
the city, right?
That's fair, that's fair.
We just can't go up to the abbey.
Yeah, okay. That's fine by me.
Then yeah,
I
well,
see no reason. I have nothing better to do in town, and I care about Tiny. My gut
yeah.
need to protect you is taking over. Let's go.
Let's go.
This is how we all die.
The path to Krezk is cold and unforgiving, and you feel as though the air is heavier with each step you take. You do reach
Roll for
Krezk's
initiative.
walls at about 11:30 a.m. The guards remember you and grant you access. Once you're kind of in Krezk's club, you can kind of come and go unless you wrong the Burgomeister.
Cool.
Tiny,
Good
you're
thing we
going up
didn't
to the
stick
abbey?
around. Yep.
We do not. We will.
I'll wait
Walk around
outside. Yeah, sure. I guess that's fair.
Let's take a walk around. Maybe can we find any shops or anything?
There's no, because this is kind of like a self-sustaining town. They don't have a lot of.
I just want to sit because there's a beautiful view from the top of the hill. I just want to sit by the guard tower outside the gates to the abbey. Sit and enjoy the view.
Oh, right.
Didn't he say anywhere? If we ever come everywhere near the abbey, he was.
Yeah, probably a bad idea.
Let's not go all the way
Don't
out.
worry about it, guys. You're thinking much too hard.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get you guys back by. I'm not
Justin
throwing
just
a wrench
wants
in
these
this.
timelines to converge again. That's all he wants right now.
Because now
That's
I
fair.
have to add a little bit about how the Burgomeister rode out of town to the other guys. So
We already threw a wrench into his plans. He's like, oh, fuck, I got too much to think about. Let's just get this dress.
Tiny, you're good to go.
Cool. Tiny starts walking in.
As you do, you hear footsteps behind you.
Hello.
The more dog-like looking one is kind of just scratching, and he just doesn't say anything as you continue to walk.
Okay. So I keep walking. Oh god. I get to here and I knock on the door.
There is no answer.
I open the door.
When you open the door, you see the abbot is staring at the bride-to-be for Strahd. And when he sees you enter, his face lights up and he says, "Hello. I was
Hello.
expecting you today. It is great to
Yes.
see you."
Yes, I am glad that I did not have to disappoint you.
Did you bring it?
I have a hanger with a dress and like a plastic.
Ooh, plastic.
The
Yeah, just
abbot
like it
comes
came from a
over
dry cleaner.
and grabs it and says, "My God, it's beautiful. She will be a perfect bride for Strahd. As per my side of the deal, you know what I offered."
Can it be at any time, like I come back, or does it have to be now?
Oh, I did not expect you to come here with 3 dead bodies.
Perfect. Excellent. Thank you. I appreciate that because I did not.
You and the others are welcome in my abbey. You may not search the grounds, for I do not know how the mongrel folk here will treat you.
It's fair.
But my guard will make sure you come in safely.
Question that my friend had. Who's in the well?
I do not know what you are talking about.
Fair enough. Totally fine.
He grabs the dress and kind of just holds it in front of Vasilka.
There. Anything else I can do for you?
You have done more than you can imagine. Maybe I will finally be free of this awful place.
What was your name?
He never asked that because he's just known as the Abbot.
He's a Time Lord.
Clockmaker.
Clockmaker. Clock John, or whatever it was, whatever the real name.
Clock John.
Sorry, I'm just seeing if he actually...
Has a real name? Or had?
Yeah, he says, my kind do not have names.
Time Lord.
Would it be inappropriate for me to ask what you mean by your kind?
Good question, good question.
I have not shed this skin in many years. But he hangs the dress up on the stairwell going up. He says, but the light of the morning Lord shines still. And maybe I will find freedom of this place. Two bright glowing wings come out from his back, wrapping around him, and then releasing themselves, stretching out, where he now has pale blue skin, silver eyes, and gold hair, as he floats holding a golden mace, and the light that he gives off is blinding. The wings go around him again, and he takes the normal form of the Abbot. It's been a long time since I've felt my wings so. Strahd. And then he goes and just puts rubs his hand down the woman's hair, says, you will love her. I know you will. And then he says nothing else to you.
Tiny kind of just goes, see you later, and leaves.
Okay, but out of game, what the fuck is he?
He's an Asimar.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a angel.
He's an angel.
Yeah.
Sick.
Told you.
Yeah, well.
Emlyn still doesn't believe you.
Xander wouldn't have believed you no matter what.
Yeah, no one will believe you when you tell them as well. It's like, we're
not
angel.
We're not gonna believe you. He's still creepy as fuck in our eyes.
So I get back here. So who's the guy in the well?
Mishka!
Yeah, who is he? Is he a friend? Is he...
The creature laughs and howls and goes, it's Mishka!
Makes sense, Mishka! Classic Mishka!
The one up north says, he does not know Mishka. He should not speak this way.
Okay, bye. It's good to see you again.
I don't like the mongrel folk.
Tiny comes back.
He lives!
No.
Hello. Bad news. Couldn't figure out who Mishka was. Just is Mishka. I don't know anything else about him. He's just Mishka. He's in the well. Do not pretend that you know Mishka, because they get very angry at you.
I like sigh and kind of laugh a little bit because I think you're gonna say actual bad news.
Good news. I was right. He's an angel. And now we have an angel who owes us a favor.
I'm
just gonna like...
3 favors, actually.
3 very specific favors.
Favors, yeah. 3 dead people. He owes us 3 dead people.
No, he owes us 3 live people.
For a moment, you guys
count him 3 dead people.
For a moment, you guys count 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, but if all 3 of us are dead, how are we gonna get there?
He'll know he's an angel.
No, you just have to pass that information on to people.
I was gonna say, this is why we have to tell the truth. When you say he's an angel, I'm gonna get like that, like, parent who's like thinks a child's story is really sweet look on their face and like pat your arm.
Yeah.
Like, please, I'm proud of you, buddy.
Please don't.
Go ahead.
Please don't condescend me. I know what I saw. Please don't. No, you're still condescending me. I do not stop.
Again, Lynn.
I said it earlier to him. I'm getting good at it, so I'll say it to you. You were right.
Thank you. And then he starts walking. Oh, this way.
And then she kind of smiles.
He initially goes the wrong way, and he's like, "Oh no, shit! 1 second."
Okay, we gave the dress to the super creepy angel dude. Huzzah! Let's go home.
Back to Vallaki?
Yeah.
To be fair, we also thought Accipiter was creepy when we met him. And this guy's been here a lot longer than Accipiter. Sorry, Cypher. Yeah. And he's been here a lot longer than Cypher.
I mean, when I first met Accipiter, I thought it was creeper still. I made it just for me.
Still pretty sure he's not a good guy, but that's fine.
Nah.
He's not a bad guy either, so...
He wouldn't be that bright if he was a bad guy. If you're a bad Aasimar, you're dark and brooding.
In Genlin's eyes, he's some weird cleric that probably glowed a little bit when
when you saw him and you were like, he's an angel.
Angel, yeah, that's what Genlin thinks. But he doesn't know if he's like a good cleric. Maybe he's like a neutral, because there's neutral clerics out there.
Well, you guys will probably make it back a bit before the other group does. So we'll just get some timey-wimey stuff to kind of.
Yeah, can we just? We'll take our time getting back. Maybe we found a.
Can we stop for food at a really good
just a nice deli?
No matter what, the timelines will meet in the next episode. I'm going to start with the other group. And then, because you guys are trying to find Rictavio, I figured you guys can, because they're at the tavern.
Yeah.
We can have like a confrontation there and see what happens.
See what happens.
Bye YouTube.
Bye YouTube.